Hi there, my name is Jess Haywood. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the Belonging and Engagement Coordinator that works with clubs and organizations. Today, we're going to go over how to submit an event request for your club on Hawk N.E.S.T. Keep in mind, you have to be an officer in your club to be able to submit events. So there's multiple ways to access the event registration form. The first way is from the homepage, click on Events. And then you will see a gray plus event, create event button. So you can click that from here. The second way to get to it is to go to your group, whichever group that you are managing. And from your club leader dashboard that has all of the tiles, there is a blue button up in the corner that says Create. Once you click on it, it gives you lots of different options. So you can click on Event from there. The third option is to click on your events tile in your officer dashboard and then click the green button that says Create Event. So once you get to that Create Event page, you're going to see the information here. Take note of the blue info. This is a two-part process, and you should submit it at least 10 days before your proposed event. If you are doing travel or something that requires a contract, we do need it submitted more like a month in advance. And keep in mind that once you submit this form, that doesn't mean that you can automatically have your event. You do need to wait for your event to be approved by our office before you can hold your event. So you're going to start off with, we're going to go through right now all of the required pieces of information that you need to fill out for this form. So you start off with your event name. I recommend if you're doing a club meeting, don't just call it club meeting or monthly meeting. Call it like biology club meeting or Spanish club meeting, something like that. So we're going to do club involvement fair. And then for the description, we want a 3-sentence description. And remember that this is going on the page where random students will be looking at it. So you want to kind of give enough information that tells a person what's happening, what's going on, and what's going to like kind of spark their interest to come to your event, especially if it's an event that's for people outside of your club. All right, so I have my event description in here. I try to make it interesting. I also like to put the time and date in here just in case people miss the other spot. I list that there are going to be over 40 clubs that we have, and most of them will be there to table. You can drop by, meet student leaders, and learn about how to get involved in the club. So we let people know what they can do at the event. For the next thing, you're going to select event type. This is kind of the general type of your event. A lot of these are going to be social if you're having a fun event. A lot of them are also going to be meeting or training if you're putting in your regular meetings in here. But we also have educational, sports, tabling, travel, ticket sales, week of welcome, etc. For this one, since it is a week of welcome event, I'm going to put that. So keep in mind, you can only choose one event type, but then event tags, you can choose as many as you'd like. And we encourage you to select any and all of them that are beneficial and relevant while still like making sense. Like don't stretch it too far. All right, so you see for my event tags, I've chosen quite a few, but all of them relate to the Club Involvement Fair. It's helps students develop belonging. It's a campus tradition. There's some entertainment, equity, diversity, and inclusion because we have a lot of different clubs. Lots of people give away things. You can develop leadership. You can learn about things. It's part of our orientation. You can grow, talk to people, and it's at the Stevenson Union. So please make use of these tags because that helps us with our data collection later on. For the next required piece, we have event coordinator. It's automatically going to put in your name. If you're not the main person in charge of the event, but you're just helping to put it in, you can select a different person's name from the officer list in your group. And then we have when, start date and end date. So you're just going to use the calendar to select the date and then make sure that you select the time correctly. You do have to change AM and PM. So ours is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And time zone, you don't need to touch that because it should be already set. All right, type. You're going to choose on campus, off campus, or online only. Keep in mind, location name is required, even though we can't make this a required field on here. If you do not put a location name or you click to be determined, we will not approve your event until we have confirmation of a location. So ours is going to be in the Stevenson Union Courtyard. And then for the rest of the required pieces, we have a photo that is required. So you can select a photo to upload, or you can choose from the photo gallery that's in here. This is similar to Presents where it's got free photos. If you click on free photos, and you can choose something that is relevant. So for now, I'm going to just choose a meeting piece, but feel free to scroll through there. Keep in mind, if you do upload your own photo, even though you can drag these crop bars right here, whatever photo that you upload, it's going to crop it to this size and shape. So even if you upload like a 6-inch tall by 4-inch wide photo, it's going to crop it and only show part of it. So keep that in mind. All right, looking at the rest of the required pieces, access and display options. Who's allowed to register for this event? If you put everyone, that means everyone, including people who don't go to SOU. But most of those people aren't going to be looking at this page anyway. But if you have some guests coming or something like that, you might want to put everyone. And then there's an option for them to kind of create a little guest account when they sign in. For most events, I'm going to put Southern Oregon University Hawk N.E.S.T users only. Every student, faculty, and staff at SOU is in Hawk N.E.S.T, so this just means everyone at SOU. Keep in mind, there are a lot of different ways that you can narrow this down. So that if this event is specifically just for your club members who are on your roster, you can click club members only, and only people who are on your roster in Hawk N.E.S.T will be able to register for it. You can also select certain groups. You can invite people and say only invited people are allowed to come, and then you have to make sure you invite people, etc. But the main option that you're usually going to click is SOU Hawk N.E.S.T users only. And then there's another similar question: who can see this event? So if you want your event to be seen by the public, if they happen to get on here, you can click everyone. But for most of our events that are only open to students, I really suggest clicking logged in users only. So that means that just those SOU people who, once they log in, they can see the events. You can also limit it to group members only. So once again, if it's an event just for your group, if you click that, for example, an internal training or something, only your group members will see it, and it will not show up in the upcoming events list for everyone. The next piece we have is registration options. This should automatically be clicked as yes to let people register for the event. We do want you to keep this at yes because that allows people to register and check in, which is one of the requirements of Hawk N.E.S.T. Okay, all of these pieces here are optional. So we will go into those pieces in the optional training. And then the advanced options as well. All of these pieces here are optional. So we will go into those in the optional training. So once you have that basic information, you're going to click the green button at the bottom that says Create Event. Please note, this is not the end. This does not create your event. It is going to submit that form and go to the next form, which is our on-campus form. So the first form is our public-facing form with the details, time, date, location, etc. And then the second form is our on-campus form that asks all the questions that we need to know for our events. So you're going to